Ladies and gentlemen, Strat Gamer here, providing you with a new Anno 1800 episode. And today this is a very exciting mod review because we're looking at two new mods from a great new modder called Brittany. I hope I'm pronouncing it right, who's not trying to make small changes here. We're not talking about a few new items, we're not talking about just a few new textures. We're talking big, we're talking really big, and I think you can already see it here. If you don't, look closely, because this is your old world, right? This is your new world. This is where you go very quickly. Then if you have sunken treasure, this is your Cape to Lani. Then if you have the passage, this is your Arctic. If you have Land of Lion, this is Embessa. And that's all regions you know. But you see others now. There is another one here called Four Crowns. Another here called Kingscrove. Actually, he even made like, say, this is a new continent almost. So two new completely regions. They are, this is not the first mod that trying to get new regions. There's also the new Horizon mod that a lot of us are expecting and waiting for, that's supposed to bring, new tiers of population and all of this. But still, having two new complete regions, that's a big thing. So I will of course post in the description below the link to those two mods if you want to download them. We're gonna talk about what they are, those two regions, also some of the bugs that are still at the moment I'm recording there. But honestly, feel free to download them and start playing with them, because one first key element is you don't have to restart. You can put those mods into a save that you already have and it will work. It didn't work when he first launched this first mod, the first version of this mod, Four Crowns, but now it does. You can just launch any save that you have and those regions will appear. This one will appear as long as you've also sort of unlocked the cape, and I think this one actually appears almost instantaneously, but if you disagree or if you've seen something else, do tell me in the comment below. What is important though is when you first launch your, let's say your game, and you go here into your world map, you won't see them. You have to go first into the world map, which is either clicking here or pressing space to go where we were here. Then you'll have to click on it and you'll see a small green bar, which is sort of like a loading bar for both, and you'll have to click on both and then they will be available. They will even be available with your keyboard, with the Four Crowns being on number 6 and the other one being on number 7. So that is why don't hesitate, try it. Now let me show you what bug still remains for most players. Some players don't see it, I actually do see it, and many others do see it. Is for you see it on number 6, which is your Four Crowns, sorry, is there's a flickering issues. You can see here the graphics, and it happens on those 4 corners map, but not on the other islands here. He is definitely trying to fix that, so do stay tuned. Maybe of course if also I see that update, I'll post it in the comments so that you may know about it, or you can follow the page on Nexus. But yeah, that's definitely an issue that's annoying with that one, the Four Crowns. It doesn't happen at all in number 7, Kingscrove. You won't see it. Now looking a bit at those two sessions, so what are they? Well, this one is huge because as you can see, in each corner you have a crownfall. It's exactly the same as crownfall, the same size and all of this. So, many people in the past have said, yeah, crownfall is great, but can we make an even bigger one? I mean, crownfall is already huge. Now you have 4 of these. On top of that, you also have others across the map. So it's not as if the map is empty, let's say. There are definitely others. In total, I think it's 5 large, 5 medium, and 5 small. There's no NPCs at all, but you know, there's definitely all those islands here. Actually, more than 5 now that I see about it. Yeah. Anyway, there's definitely a number of them that you can use and develop. This is also a great map for multiplayer, right? Because even with 4 people, each of the player can start in a corner, can take a corner, still have, you know, you can fight in the middle. So yeah, that's a really good one. Nothing, and maybe just one last element to mention. This one is, you know, the size that appears here is always the same, right? It feels like it's the same, but actually this is a lot larger, because you can see this is the size of Cornfall, and it only takes, you know, I don't know what is it, maybe 5% of the map, when it's actually huge, right? Versus if you go to something like this also takes sort of 5% of the map, but it's way smaller than Cornfall. So the map itself is actually larger. And this is the same for this one, where when you look at it like this, it may not really appear as big. You know, it feels like, okay, there's a lot of islands, but is it that big? Actually, it is, because you have each of these are large islands. They're not small or medium, they're large, and they only take a small space on the map. So that's definitely huge, you know. I think if the description of it is correct, this is 20 large islands, 8 small, you know, and the rest are medium. I don't know exactly how many. You also have the 5 NPCs at the middle, in the middle. You know, you can see here they are including Nate, Parrot, yeah, Ellie, and the Archibald, and they're walking. You know, you can buy things from them, you can buy items, you can buy your ships and all those type of things. So it's NPCs that are walking. So all of those islands, obviously many of them with things like oil. There's a number of them with also clay that, you know, you may want. And then something completely new is those mineral deposits. So each of these islands has mineral deposits instead of having coal and all of this. And if we look into, you know, build a quick one and look into them. Why can't I build? Oh, I don't have any. Okay, let me just do this. Perfect. Now I can. For those of you who don't know what I just did, I just activated Wiimod. That gives me unlimited resources. So I can show you that quickly. Formula. And this is very linked to the new Season 3 DLCs, the tourist, but also the high life with those restaurants, bars, multi-factories where you just build one building, and in this building you can choose what to do, in a sense, what recipe to use or which element to produce. And here it's the same, you can choose which of the 5 mines you have. And to be honest, since we have now the research institute where you can change the you know, the mine, right? You can turn a coal mine into a limestone quarry, etc. I think this makes sense. I mean, it's already feasible. It's just now in a more user-friendly manner, I guess. Here there's nothing. Usually that's where I chose your bonus, but that's okay. That's normal. But anyway, you know, you can just choose your formula, and now we start producing coal. That's something very cool. You know, sort of really new that he introduced. And yeah, that's pretty much it about this second mode, let's say, or this second new region, Kingscrove. As you've seen, both of these regions are huge. This is to help people build even bigger empires. So maybe when we're done with the normal game, let's say record with skyscrapers, maybe we'll do another record on this. Tell me in the comments below if you're interested in that, or if you want me to use those maps to do something else, maybe another type of challenge. I'm keen to hear about this, but definitely thank you again to this great mod creator for those two mods, those two new regions. This is huge for people to be able to continue doing new things in Anno. This is definitely a great thing. I'm sure we're gonna be able to find at some point how to fix this. But in the meantime, indeed, you may want to avoid that. There are some people that don't get this bug at all, so also don't hesitate to just load it and check if you do get it. I know some people have said if you don't go, for example, to the Cape, you only go to this, you don't get it, those type of things. But it's not fully replicable. So anyway, those two great mods, do try them. Do not hesitate also to share in the Nexus page how much you like it to the author of those mods. And if you like this video, do press the like button, do subscribe if you haven't done so already, and hope to see you next time.